Yes, for the past week, the People's President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine has been outside the country promoting the documentary which was filmed during the 2021 general election. This documentary is an embodiment of the atrocities which were committed by General Museveni's government against the people of Uganda. I take this documentary as a milestone to put what Ugandans passed through during the election so that it can be seen by the outside world. Although I think the documentary missed a lot of things which were not caught, which were not put in the documentary, but it is a great milestone to put what Ugandans go through. Very many people take this as a joke, but it is a brick which is put on the Ugandan revolution. Even up to now, there are documentaries which are put out on Amin's regime, although some of them are fake. They were not caught on real time. We are in an era where social media and mainstream media has a lot of what it can affect on how politics can be done in the country. Very many countries are now engaging in cyber wars using social media. So by Bobi Wine coming out in a documentary which was filmed, by the way, it's not a film, it is something real time. These are things which happened during the 2021 general election. Bobi Wine was able to be interviewed together with his wife, Babi Kyagulanyi, and they had this to say. Before I speak on this, let me first give you the interview which was done by the People's President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine. Here's the tape.
Musician turned politician Bobi Wine and his wife Barbie Kyagulanyi. They're powerful activists at the center of the Academy Award nominated documentary Bobi Wine, the People's President. Welcome.
Thank you so much, George.
Tell us about your activism in your home country of Uganda.
Well, I am a musician turned politician, and I only turned to politics because I wanted to assert what I had been singing about. And I'm a leader of a political party called the National Unity Platform and the People Power Movement. I ran for president in 2021, and I believe we won, although we never got a chance to swear in.
And you captured this story in the documentary.
Yes, they did. I'm part of the documentary, so I was privileged to be part of the documentary, yes. Yes.
Tell us what you're trying to tell people, what you hope people will take away from this.
We hope that the people will see what's happening in Uganda for what it is exactly. They should know that the people of Uganda are struggling so hard to retain their democracy and resisting anything that stops them from having their human rights. And they're fighting a despot who's been there for over 38 years. And being the young nation that there is, they have a leader in Bobi Wine, and he is like heading the movement and fighting with them.
As we said, your film has been nominated for...
You clearly see that Babi Itungo is so eloquent, is so knowledgeable. He has rose to being a first lady that she deserved to be. In fact, you cannot compare that Babi Kyagulanyi to Janet Museveni in those years at the age of Babi Kyagulanyi. You cannot compare her to Charlotte MUHOOZI. This one is an astute woman who rose from the ghetto. He is now being interviewed on an Oscar-nominated television. So to me, I think this movie is a milestone to the revolution, and it adds on something. Okay, because there is no war which has ever been fought without external forces. Okay, so every war is fought with the help of external forces. Even during colonialism, Russia helps majority of African countries to attain independence. So you clearly see that Babi Kyagulanyi is so eloquent. You cannot compare her to Janet Museveni in her late 30s. You cannot compare her to Charlotte MUHOOZI, the wife to General MUHOOZI Kainerugaba. Okay? Let's continue with the interview.
Oscar, you were under some difficult circumstances when you found out you were under house arrest?
Yes, we were under house arrest.
We've been under house arrest very many times.
Yeah, but when they announced our nomination for the Oscars, we were under house arrest, which he had escaped. So
you were on the run?
Yes.
Yeah, I was on the run from the military.
Yeah.
It was interesting because she had actually succeeded in also getting out of home, and she had found me in my hiding place. So when the news was broken to us, we screamed, forgetting that we were in hiding, and we are glad. We were not caught then. Of course, it was a mixture of emotions, tears, and tears of joy. But again, interestingly, and that's the power of film, that very day after the announcement, the military withdrew from our house.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What is the impact of something like an Oscar nomination on your fight, on your struggle?
Well, first, it was an opportunity, a big opportunity for us to invite the world into our struggle in Uganda. Since everything in Uganda, all information is tightly controlled, so this was a way of smuggling the truth out of Uganda. And this film being nominated in an Oscar is another layer of protection to us, because now the world is watching what's happening in Uganda. We are very thankful for this film and the platform.
Let's give the world a look.
Inside this vehicle, Bobi Wine returning home. The very fact that he's been allowed to come here is a big political victory for him, and a moment of joy for his supporters.
He told them he would end 3 decades of one man's rule. And in a country where 3/4 of the population is under 35, the promise.
That is a movie or a documentary which was nominated in the Oscars. Some people take it as something light. Some people take it as something which is a joke. But this documentary adds on the struggle for freedom in Uganda. We all know that third world countries like Uganda get a lot of support from European countries. European countries sometimes dictate the world order. In early 2000, there is a day America announced the New World Order, although it is getting some opposition from the East, that is China and Russia. But all superpowers, there is a way how they effect on the politics which is done in the third world countries. So by Bobi Wine, together with other people putting out this documentary, it is a brick put on the revolution, because the things which were shown on this documentary are real. These were atrocities committed by General Museveni's government. Okay? During that interview, Bobi Wine also revealed that when he was put under house arrest by the SFC, SFC is the army that guards the president and the first son. When they heard that the movie had been nominated for the Oscars, the police was ordered to go away. And I think it was ordered by General MUHOOZI Kainerugaba, because he knew further cameras were going to be at his home after putting him under house arrest. In a country where opposition leaders are put under house arrest, this is not seen in big democracies. Okay? Normally, I don't want to give examples in Europe or in other countries. You just look at Kenya. How many opposition leaders are put under house arrest? How many opposition leaders are tried in court martial? How many opposition leaders are charged with fictitious charges like putting guns in hotel rooms? Okay? So our democracy is so fragile, and the future is not bright. Since the transition talk has come, now the president's son wants to inherit his father's kingdom, which must be fought, because that will not be the true meaning of the revolution. The success of any revolution is when the true pillars which took people in the bush are achieved. And among those people and among those things which took General Museveni in the bush, among the very many things include electoral democracy, okay, constitutionalism, okay, etc. Right now, we don't have a good electoral democracy. In a country where a president can come out and say that NRM has the last word, like in the Kayunga by-election, and the election is stolen. Okay? In a country where each and every election, it ends up in a constitutional court. In a country where people are abducted on the streets, those are the things the NRA told the people when they were going to the bush. So, this documentary is a milestone on our revolution. It is not something simple. Okay? It is a sign that even the outside world is getting to know about the plight in our country, so that we don't fight alone, so that we can get people who can help us to fight together, so that we can end a dictatorship which is coming to almost 40 years. This is so unfortunate. So to me, I think Bobi Wine is outside selling the documentary, and I hope it wins the documentary of the year, because even it winning, it will even open more eyes of the outside world. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.